Cool. So, so Mr. Richard Jones, how'd you guys meet?
We met 5 years ago on a cruise.
5 years ago on a cruise. Wow, you got 4 kids already? You guys are jump right on it. That's excellent. Love it. So, and so 5 years ago on a cruise. That's very cool. What cruise? Where was it to?
Mexico.
Little Mexico cruise. Very nice. Yeah, the company actually has a couple cruises that they do that representatives and managers can win. They're a lot of fun. So, what about you guys? What do you guys do for work when you're not helping out college kids with scholarships? What do you guys do for fun?
I'm a banker.
You're a banker, okay?
I am,
Cool.
yeah.
My dad actually worked in a bank for many years.
Oh,
What
cool.
about Ed Security at the mall? Ed Security at the mall. Very nice. So Paul Blart style mall cop. Very cool. All right. And and so I couldn't help but notice as I was coming in the neighborhood. I mean, beautiful neighborhood. I mean, you guys got saw a bunch of little kids' toys and stuff over in your neighbor's house up there. Who's that?
That's Mrs. Jones.
Mrs. Jones. Okay, cool. Is she pretty nice?
Yeah.
It's cool. Yeah, seems like the kids are always outside having a good time. Also on the way in though, I saw there was a killer like country club neighborhood. What's that place called?
Shasta.
River Club. Okay, Shasta. Awesome. Yeah, that's man. Do you know anybody that lives there? That's a pretty cool place. The Carters. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, it's it's beautiful. The houses are insane. Okay. It's very cool. All right. So and so talk about the kids. Sounds you got any athletes or what are they?
Got a couple athletes.
Got little Noah. He's a little slower.
Okay, he still chews on crayons, but
Yeah.
overall he's a pretty nice
Things
kid.
like
All right.
that.
Doesn't know right from wrong, but he means well. Okay, very nice. And so you got Max over here. You know, is he the athlete in the family, or is that Aditya?
No, definitely Max.
Definitely Max, not Aditya. Okay, cool. Aditya must be the artist, right? Is he the artist?
Oh,
the big painter, the big thinker. Okay, very nice.
The creative person.
Very cool. The creative side, right? Seems that way. He seems very sweet. So, well, I just gotta thank you for taking the time to see me today. Actually, what I'm here to show you is Cutco. But before I show you Cutco, I really just want to thank you for taking the time and seeing me today. As a matter of fact, you've already helped me just by doing the presentation. In fact, I get paid. The company pays me $15 just to do the presentation. Have you guys ever heard of Cutco before?
I think I've seen it on
Martin, yeah, okay, cool. Yes, there were occasions on TV, Dr. Phil, that sort of thing. A lot of people haven't. They tend to be a little skeptical at first. You know, they say if it is so high quality, you know, why is it marketed by college kids and not sold in stores? But just to kind of give you an idea, we've actually been #1 rated here in the U.S. for over 30 years, and the product is awesome. As a matter of fact, the reason the company pays me $15 is because the product is so great, and also I am pretty good at what I do. So don't be surprised if you see something you like. Everybody does. But just so you guys know, I'm not just a nice salesperson. Actually, the reason why I'm working is, you know, when I first started working with the company, going off to school, I actually wanted to be a doctor. I was going to school for medicine. As I started taking some med school class or some college classes, I realized I didn't want to be in school until I was 32 and then have hundreds of thousands of dollars in credit card or college loan debt. And so I ended up started with the company right out of high school. Found that I really enjoyed hanging and working with people and impacting people, and I decided I still wanted to impact people, but I just wasn't going to be in the medical route. And so I ended up switching to business, and I kept advancing with the company. And I realized as a manager, I could actually impact people's professional careers. And so actually the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing today is a couple of reasons. Number one is I do want to be able to own my own business. And so I'm working really hard to own my own company with the company. And if I do well, I can open up here. And certainly if nothing else, I at least got that good resume experience to be able to start my own company one day in the future. In fact, my dad actually worked for a bank for a long time and ended up moving away from the family because he had to take he ended up taking a promotion in order to help the family. And he always told me that, you're so much more stable when you work for yourself. And so, so I always loved that advice and be able to run my own company. So the reason why I'm doing this today, I said one day to be able to open up my own company, and then also to help impact people in their professional careers. Because I found a lot of times when people get out of school, they really struggle with resume experience. And this job has actually helped me to have great resume experience. When I graduated, I got a lot of good job offers. So those are kind of some lifelong goals. As far as while I'm in school, my goal is to actually graduate from college debt-free, as well as maintaining at least a 3.3 GPA. So I know it's not the greatest in the world, but if I at least get 3.3, I'll feel all right. And then more importantly, is to be able to compete towards an All-American scholarship with the company. In fact, there's a company actually has, and I'll show you at the end how you can be an automatic sponsor for me. But the company has a scholarship program. They give out 50 scholarships during the summer, 25 in the fall, and 25 in the spring. And actually, one of our reps here in the Georgia State, Jasmine Hughes, was somebody that we competed against. I competed with her, and so I'm working really hard to beat her this summer. So, so that is something. And what I'm doing for everybody that I meet with is I'm actually having them sign my scholarship brochure. So you just sign right there, Ms. Jones. It would really help me. And so that way, if I do win, when I win, I guess, I'll know who to thank. So perfect. Thank you so much for that. And I am also in a contest right now that I'm working really hard for. We're actually win a VIP night in the town here in Atlanta, maybe even an iPad I can take with me to college, or some, a TV to be able to have in my dorm room. So I'm working really hard right now for this big contest that's going on. So if you if you want to go ahead and just break the record for me and get everything and make it really easy, and then I can just chill the rest of the 2 weeks, that'd be awesome. But if not, I totally get it. So so anyway, you said you mentioned that you've heard of Cutco a little bit. And Cutco is awesome. As a matter of fact, there's like I said on the phone, you don't have to get anything, but there's if you see something you like, you can get it today. As a matter of fact, we also have monthly investment options to make it easier, so you don't have to pay for it all at once. So you can get individual items, you can get big sets. I'm also working towards this All-American scholarship. So like I said, I'm working the best I can to pay for school. And just so I know, before going any further, you guys cook because you like to, because you have to, or both?
Say both.
Yeah.
Both? Okay, cool. Also, how many nights a week do you cook? 4 nights a week? Oh, wow. So way above average. Okay. Average about 1 to 2 nights a week. So that's way above average. That's awesome. And also, if you're entertaining, how many place settings do you think you would need? 8, 12, or 16?
8.
Okay, cool. Well, can you just, in a minute, we're actually going to watch a short, awesome video together. But before we do that, can I just have you grab a few things? You grab your sharpest serrated edge knife, straight edge knife, a steak knife, as well as a shiny penny for me, please.
Sure.
Cool. Do you want me to get them since it's easier? Just want me to grab them? All right, cool.
Everybody got a pen?
Okay, awesome. Okay, so you guys actually have Hinkles and Wingstop? Oh, those are awesome. Yeah, in fact, a lot of people that I do see before getting Cutco actually own Hinkles and Wingstop. And the 3 complaints they actually had is that you have to sharpen them pretty regularly. Also, you're supposed to wash them in the dishwasher, and who has time for that, right? And then the last thing is that they're supposed to be replaced every 7 to 10 years. So let me actually show you how Cutco, so people like yourself who already own and appreciate quality would like to add to or replace it with Cutco. Okay? And you guys said you had heard about it just a little bit. Well, to give you a little bit of background on the company itself, we've actually been in business since 1949. All Cutco knives are actually made in our factory located in Olean, New York. It's about an hour and a half south of Buffalo. We sell over $200 million annually with over 16 million customers. And what's crazy right now is almost 42, actually out of our brand new representatives, 42% of all Cutco orders actually have people that already own it. So what does that tell you about? It's pretty good, right? People obviously like it, right? You may have also seen Cutco featured on TV programs like Modern Marvels, Made in America, also Dr. Phil. We do also make K-Bar as well. You guys ever heard of K-Bar? It's actually used daily by the military. We've been in every single World War. But they use some of our products in the movie American Sniper. Have you guys seen that movie? It's pretty awesome, man. Yeah. Well, our company, the K-Bar president actually flew out to meet the crew on set, and they presented Clint Eastwood an engraved K-Bar blade. You can see it in some of the scenes in the movie, which is pretty cool. So, also, you may have seen it on the show Walking Dead. I don't know if you ever watched the show Walking Dead, but occasionally you'll see some of our products right there too, which is kind of cool. And Cutco's been involved in many local and national charities, things like Feeding America, Make-A-Wish Foundation, and our local office actually supports the Front Row Foundation, which is an awesome charity that actually is designed to take terminally ill people and their loved ones or victims of somebody who's unfortunately passed, and allows them to be able to experience their dream event, whether it's sports, concerts, meeting a famous celebrity in one of the first couple of rows. And here our local office actually raised over $6,000 to send a young lady to go meet Ellen DeGeneres and go to the Ellen show, which is pretty awesome. So, so like I said, to start off, I do want to really show you a product that demonstrates the quality of Cutco. And you guys ever get time alone without the kids? You guys ever go out for dates, or are you guys too busy for that?
Every once in a while.
Every once in a while? Okay, yeah, I know it can be tough sometimes with a lot of kids and such, but actually, if you guys ever do get time for a date, and you maybe a picnic or something like that, and you get a nice bottle of wine or maybe a spritzer or something like that, and you can't find your wine opener, you can actually use your scissors right here, and they're actually designed to be super strong and durable. They'll stay sharp for 38 years, used every day, and you can actually make a little wine opener out of it for it, which is pretty cool. So yeah, you can see it. There you go. Cool. All right, sweet. And and even after cutting through thin metals, they'll actually still cut through paper all the way to the tip, which is nice. So it'll still cut through paper all the way to the tip without damaging or destroying them. They'll cut, like I said, everybody loves our shears. They actually come apart. They're dishwasher safe, which is cool for easy cleaning. And also you'll use for everything in the kitchen, from indoor and outdoor projects, opening up packages, cutting through cardboard. They'll actually go through a mile of cardboard that don't need to be resharpened. And just to give you guys an idea of the quality, I don't know if you guys know people that, Michelle, you seem like you have beautiful hair there. Do you ever get your hair cut at a salon?
Yep.
You do? Okay. I don't know if you ever asked, but high quality barber shears can cost anywhere from $200 to $300 all the way up to $500 or more. Most of my customers actually get these for free though when they get their set, which is cool. And so also we do have a peeler I'll show you at the end. And this thing is pretty awesome. If you guys have a carrot, you can actually go use it. But this thing it's got a non-slip grip on it. So rather than getting slippery when it gets wet, it gets tacky and stays in the hand. So it doesn't slip, which is nice. And the other thing that's great about it is that it can be used either left or right-handed, and it's dishwasher safe. All of our products are actually designed to be dishwasher safe, which is pretty nice. And the other cool thing about it, it's got a little groove up at the top here, so you can use it to dig out the eyes out of potatoes. Or you can actually take a carrot, and instead of going lengthwise, you just hold it like normal and then go through, and you can actually get those little circle carrots you see at nice restaurants. You can use it with this to do that. So that's our peeler there. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch a short video together, but the video itself is only 13 minutes long. So what we'll do is we'll actually stop a few times to do some quick cutting demonstrations. A few really cool things to pay attention to. Number one, these are actually real customers and their testimonials. Number two is pay attention to that forever guarantee, because that's really what makes us so unique. But the third thing I want to pay attention to is if you're going to design the perfect knife for you, what would you want it to do in order to make it perfect for you? Or what features would you want it to have to make it perfect for you?
Stay sharp a long time.
Okay, so stay sharp a long time. Okay, what else?
Really sturdy.
Something sturdy and durable. Okay, so you don't want something that's going to break easily. I was going to ask. You guys hand wash, or you don't? Yeah, it's easy. Do you like to have the ability to at least throw it in the dishwasher?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And I'm guessing that you want something sanitary, something that's not going to absorb anything.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Perfect. All right, so we'll go ahead and show you how Cutco's kind of solved all these problems. Ready? Cool. So now these were customers out in California, so they're a little bit different than down here in Georgia, but I think it'll still do the trick, right? Oh, you got some of your new kids, some of your other sons and daughters are coming over?
Yeah.
All right, that's awesome. So
We're running late, but it's okay.
that's all right. Hey, it's totally cool. We're just going through. So.
for our wedding.
And just so I know, who does most of the cooking?
A test of time.
Me.
You do? Okay, cool.
Saw through the tomato, it's starting to like mush underneath me.
You guys ever try to cut a tomato with a dull knife like that?
Sometimes we just
Yeah,
need
it's
to
kinda
find
gross.
the right knife to do what we needed it to do. Since we've got Cutco, we have the variety of knives.
That's actually the most popular set right there in the
Does
beginning.
something different.
See how easy it gets through those bell peppers and stuff?
We can tell the difference. We're used to having such sharp blades. The tools working like they're supposed to.
We actually use these so frequently, I can't put them away, it's just part of our kitchen now.
When it comes to preparing food and
Yeah, you
cooking
can actually
meals for
chop
your
an
family,
onion with
a
that
set of
knife and you
sharp,
won't cry.
dependable knives in your
Oh,
kitchen
and it
can be
is.
the difference
Isn't that
between
cool?
cooking because you have to or cooking because you want to. With the right knives, food preparation is a
You guys
breeze.
like lasagna?
The wrong ones, not so much.
Pretty epic. Huh?
I can't compare the Cutco to any knife that they sell in a department store. Because I've tried them all. The only knives I have are Cutco.
We're preparing meals for 10 people, 3 times a
Sounds
day.
like you guys.
I need a knife that I like to go to.
Yeah.
That has the quality that's gonna work every time, and Cutco does it for me. Cutco quality is #1.
Since 1949, for millions of families across the country, the right knives are Cutco knives. Cutco knives are made right here in America, always have been. And today,
Yeah, that's actually,
hundreds of Cutco
those
team
are real life
members
scenes from our
craft each
factory. A lot of our
knife
stuff is still done by
quality
hand.
and detail.
Yeah, you
This
get-
level
you
of
get that.
craftsmanship is one of the reasons that every Cutco knife comes with a forever guarantee, a powerful promise we've stood behind since our founding in 1949. That means your Cutco set will be the last set of knives you'll
Isn't that
ever
cool?
need to buy.
It'd be nice if your car was like that,
20
wouldn't
years,
it?
Yeah.
even generations down the road, Cutco will sharpen your knives and replace any defective item for free. No one else does that because no one else is Cutco.
They stand behind their product, which is very rare, and you're an American company, which is even better.
It's a lifetime warranty, so I did have the experience of having it once replaced, no questions asked.
Warranty on a knife that we had for over a decade. And we've
It's
had
pretty chill,
the
isn't
knife replaced.
Yeah, low key.
Damage. It was very-
Surfer guy.
Cutco can make this guarantee because of the unique patented design and the meticulous multi-step construction process that goes into
Ooh,
its
you guys like
knives.
ribs?
It's what makes
Love.
Cutco
Yeah,
unique
yeah,
and
easy
cut
ones with those
above
ribs.
all others in quality, durability, and user satisfaction. Cutco puts each blade.
And that's actually a unique step that our products have, where we do a
creating the best
3-step
balance of
process.
hardness, flexibility,
It costs more to
rust,
do that, but
and
it's worth it
and
because
edge
of all
retention.
those reasons there.
After that, the blade is meticulously polished to enhance rust resistance. And then comes the secret to Cutco's sharpness and durability, the exclusive Double D recessed edge. This process creates a series of 3 razor-sharp edges on the blade with pointed teeth that protect it from contacting surfaces that might dull the knife. The Double D recessed edge allows the blade to cut forward, backward, or straight down with equal ease. You can cut virtually
See
any
how it cuts through all the fruits, vegetables without making all the juices wrong?
and fun.
It's because of this edge that it has on it.
Here's proof of how sharp a Cutco blade is. This is a tough piece of leather, and using a regular kitchen knife, even a brand new one, cutting it is practically impossible. Now, watch what a Cutco table knife can do. Notice its rounded design for added.
Right, so we're gonna do a quick little demonstration, and Mrs. Jones, you said you did most of the cooking, is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. So we'll just go ahead and have you use your steak knife first. And so we'll just use a little piece of leather. Hopefully you don't cook your meats this tough, but should give at least a decent little comparison there. All right. So go ahead and just start sawing back and forth a little bit. All right. Now, instead of going back and forth, what I want you to do is just go ahead and press straight down. Okay, so see how it's not really doing much?
Yeah.
Okay, now what I want you to do is go ahead and use your Cutco. So, there you go. So, we'll do the same thing there. You see that little groove? Just go ahead and press down straight through. Not too bad, huh?
Yeah.
All right, now what I want you to do is go ahead and saw back and forth like a piece of steak there. Isn't that cool? And the reason it does that is actually because of the edge that it has. And it's not actually serrated, it's 3 straight edges in between the points that actually protect it. And it's really good for people that have kids because obviously, they poke, it's not gonna hurt, right? So the blades or the points themselves aren't sharp. It's what's up in between is all the cutting. That makes sense because that keeps it off the cutting board. Okay, so How's that fit in your hand, Mr. Jones?
Pretty good.
You know, it was actually designed by Thomas Lamb. He studied over 700 pairs of hands before he came up with that, which is pretty cool. So it costs more to have that type of hand design, but it's worth it because it's not going to slip and it's also a lot more durable. So like, for example, if you go ahead and hold it out, you hold it real tight. Okay, so you see as I'm tugging, it's not slipping. Okay, well, the reason it does that, again, is because it locks it in place. So that way, even people that have carpal tunnel or arthritis, it doesn't slip out of their hands. Which, if my mom's a pharmacist or, you know, starting to get stiff joints and stuff in her hands or feel arthritis, she likes it because she can actually still cook food and prepare meals even when she gets done working. You know, in the morning, she works third shift. She can still use it to prepare food, which is actually pretty cool. Okay. So that's how well the blade works
No
there.
ribbons, so it looks great on your table. But can it cut? Can it ever?
Surface product. Because you had it shown of any other knife, they do exactly what I want them to do every single time.
Here's something you might not know. You may already own an incredibly expensive set of knives. Ever seen a kitchen drawer that looks like this?
Yeah, do you guys have a drawer that looks like that?
Yep.
I know our family used to have that exact same drawer.
Work hard right for the job. That's money wasted. A lot of money when you add it all up. It's actually much more cost effective to invest in a set of quality knives. Knives that
that's,
come with a
watermelon.
forever
You guys
guarantee.
ever eat watermelon during the
Knives that
summertime?
are designed
All
for
the
every
time.
conceivable kitchen unit. Knives that you'll be happy to use every day. Let's take a quick look at a few of the most popular knives in a set. If you've ever tried to cut a tomato with a
Not the
dull
worst.
knife, you know how frustrating and messy it can be. The Cutco trimmer makes quick work of tomatoes, oranges, apples, cucumbers, great for sectioning grapefruit and oranges. Easily
Yeah, all of our
trims
knives come
bones,
with either the classic, which is the darker color,
It's even a great
or the
bar knife
pearl,
for
which is
lemons
that
and
one. Which
limes.
one do you guys like better?
This versatile knife is
Pearl.
a star of your set.
It'll match your
One of the
kitchen a
key
little bit better.
reasons Cutco won About.com
No, it doesn't
Reader's
stain.
Choice Award for Best Cutlery Brand.
Trimmer. I love the trimmer. That's my favorite knife. I use it when I'm cutting up salads and I'm trimming a steak. I use it for my meats like chicken, roast. I really use it for everything. So it's a pretty multi-purpose knife.
Ready to do some chopping, dicing,
Now this one I
slicing,
don't have
mincing?
yet, but I'm trying to win this in
The
a
Home Chef
contest with my
now has a
manager.
classic
This
knife
thing
at their
that thing's
disposal.
awesome.
The Petite Chef.
You actually
Just
chop
place the
onions with
tip
it,
on
you
the
won't
cutting
cry.
and
It's,
rock the
yeah.
blade
Wow.
using the back of the blade to do the cutting. When done this way, you feel as though you're cutting air.
My favorite Cutco knife, chef knife. Just cutting the lettuce when you want it super fine or really chop really fine.
Yeah, see how it kind of protects your knuckles from hitting the cutting board too? It keeps it away from the blade.
Mhm.
I don't think I realized how efficient that would be.
And now, the knife that's more than a knife. The Cutco
A
spatula
lot of husbands
spreader.
like this one for,
It's the world's
making
premier
sandwiches
sandwich
and
and
stuff.
bagel knife. Spread mayo,
You guys ever eat
cheese, or
bagels?
jellies. No muss, no fuss.
No.
It's real
Cut
flexible
cakes
too.
with ease.
Yeah,
Serve
you
up
check out your dough, make sure your
appetizing
hair's in
portions
place.
of lasagna. Slice up a pizza.
By far, my favorite knife is the spatula knife.
He gets a little aggressive with the cream cheese here. Check this out.
It's all in one.
Oh yeah, a lot of workouts right
Let's look
there.
at a knife you probably won't use every day, but when you need it, you'll be so glad
Oh,
it's
this
in
was
your set.
awesome. Use this
It's
for
the renowned
big fruits and hard vegetables.
It may look intimidating, but use it once and you'll wonder how
Ribs
you ever
and
got
stuff.
along without it. Heavy duty and tough. It
You
easily
guys ever buy those
separates
little
trim
chickens from
cuts
Kroger or
and
Publix,
disjoints
the little
all
rotisserie ones?
Watch it go
Perfect
through
for
a
that.
squash, pineapple, even a watermelon at a single pass.
You know, with watermelon, you gotta stab it and like work your way through. This one just crushes right through. Actually, when we were in training, my manager used a 60-year-old butcher knife to still cut, you know, through a watermelon, which is pretty awesome.
Having the right knife for the right job is like having the right club for every shot, the right tool for every task, the right shoes for every occasion. With the right set of Cutco knives, your work goes faster, better, and
Most
so
popular
much
set
more.
comes with 8 of
With
these.
Cutco knives,
Somewhere,
is fun.
you know, our newest set comes with 10, and our best set actually
Using a
comes with
dull
12.
knife, especially for the wrong purpose, is a serious safety hazard. It's been proven that most kitchen accidents involve the knife, especially a dull knife. That's because people force dull knives.
Yeah, I didn't even
to
know
use
that
them
until I
improperly
You
in order
actually
to
saw
get
it.
them to cut. That's how
It makes
accidents
sense,
happen.
because you gotta put down a lot more pressure.
Safely stored and
Yeah.
properly used knives are a far safer choice
Awesome.
and make your kitchen a much more enjoyable place. All the knives in your Cutco set are guaranteed to be sharp forever because we'll sharpen them for free, anytime, anywhere, no matter how long ago you bought them. How sharp are they? Watch this. This is the Cutco Petite Carver. Our customers have given this knife a 5-star rating on Cutco.com, and no wonder. This is a length of thick rope. It's tough and fibrous, like a big roast. Now watch.
So Mr. Jones, I'm actually going to have you help me out here. So let's see here. So let's go ahead and we're just going to use a little piece of rope. And as I mentioned in the video, the reason we use the rope is because it's tough and fibrous like vegetables and cooked meats, but also that way it's not going to hurt the knives at all. So let me go ahead and have you just start at the very back here. Let's go ahead and use the straight edge. Let's just go ahead and start cutting through it. We'll go ahead and count. So start back, yeah, start at the very back, go all the way to the tip, and then back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know you're getting a workout today, did you? Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 8. Almost getting there. Yeah. So, okay, 87. Right. All right. So, as you notice, so at least it leaves a clean cut, right? And that's what's nice about a straight edge is it'll leave a clean cut. The problem, as you can see, is that it goes dull. And the thing is, even with a high quality blade like a Wusthof, Hinkles, Sean, you still have to sharpen it. They actually recommend you sharpen it or straighten it every 1 or 2 times you use it. And I mean, who has time for that? You know what I mean? Especially people that have kids like yourself. You know, Cutco is actually really designed for normal homeowners, people that don't have the time to sharpen their knives every single time they use them. People that don't, want to hand wash them every time they use them. They can just throw them in the dishwasher and move on. For people that do like to take care of their stuff like that, it makes the cooking and preparation that much more enjoyable. Okay, but let's go ahead and use a serrated edge real quick. All right, so then same thing. Start at the back, press down real hard, go all the way to the tip. All right, forward a little bit. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6, 7. All right, so not bad. And as you notice, it does tend to rip and fray. So even though it goes through quicker, it'll rip and fray in order to get through it. Okay, and that's what typically happens with a serrated edge. All right, you see how it's kind of dried out a little bit? Now I want you to go ahead and do. Ms. Jones, let's see if you can beat your husband here. Good luck. Yeah, I know. How's your arm doing? You all right?
A little tired.
Okay. Just go ahead and start at the very back. Press down real hard and go all the way to the side. A little bit easier, huh?
Yeah, that was impressive.
That's pretty. All right, Mr. Jones, let me let you redeem yourself. Here you go. Start at the back, press down real hard, pull through. All right, there you go. That was like half a stroke, right? And as you see right here, the difference, see how this one looks almost shiny? Like it's moist or it's getting water in it or something? The reason it does that is because when it cuts, it actually cuts on all 3 sides. It surrounds what it's cutting. So it actually locks the juices into place, which is really good when you're cooking meats or those juicy vegetables, because instead of it getting all over the cutting board or all over your blade, it actually locks it into place so the juice is still left in the meat. So it actually ends up making the food taste a little better too, which is always good, right? So, I mean, have you guys ever had dry meat before? I'm talking about, isn't that the worst? I mean, you're eating it, you try to pretend like it tastes good in front of the cook just to kind of build them up a little bit. But what's nice about this, a lot of times not the way it's been cooked, but the way it's been prepared, it actually dries it out. And so this actually helps a lot the juices in, which allows it to taste better. And there's 5 features that actually make Cutco the Rolls Royce of cutlery. The first one is that wedge-like handle I talked about. It costs more to use that handle, but it's worth it because it doesn't slip. It's safer and more effective. The second one is actually the thermoresin handle material, which we'll talk about here in a second. But it's the same base material used on the inside of dishwashers. So you know it's going to be safe in the dishwasher. And the other thing that's nice about it is that it's durable. So you can throw it around, you can beat it up. I mean, you can literally just sit here and take it. It's not going to damage it at all, which is pretty cool. It's actually designed for the kitchen. The third thing is full tang using 3 nickel silver rivets. It costs more to put the steel all the way through the handle, but it's worth it because what it actually does is it actually locks, allows you to make it lots more balance. It also makes it more sturdy and durable as well. And using nickel silver is great because it's not going to slip. It's also not going to expand or contract, so you're not going to get those little green rings. You ever see little green rings around underneath those rivets? Yeah, you actually avoid it with this because it stays flush. know, so like even after 50 or 60 years, it's still going to remain flush there. Yeah, it's a little rough on that one, huh? Yeah, what's great about Cutco is you're not going to have to worry about it. In fact, if you feel right here, if you couldn't see it, would you even know it was there? No. So that's really the third feature. The fourth feature itself is the edge. The edge. And what's great about the edge is that, like I said, it'll cut on all sides, but it'll also allow it to stay sharp for 7 to 10 years every single day. And then last but not least is the high carbon surgical stainless steel. High carbon, so it stays sharp. Surgical stainless, so it's not going to rust. It's literally the best that you're going to find in the kitchen. So it's the best of those worlds. Okay? But I will say that the best thing about Cutco is really the guarantee. And I'll tell you about that here in just a second.
If it can cut rope like this, imagine how easily it will glide through your toughest cutting jobs.
Other knives I had to saw through and saw through. Cutco, I have not had to do that. They stay sharp. I've been 100% satisfied.
It's clear that a Cutco knife set is the premier choice and the most important set of tools in your kitchen. So now let's talk value. Remember that every knife in every set is American-made in Cutco's own facility in upstate New York.
Isn't nice some of the best something still made here in the U.S.?
One of the knives ever guaranteed. These are knives that will last for your lifetime and beyond. Nobody else offers that kind of value.
The Cutco knives made a huge difference in the kitchen. For 15 years, we've got the same set of knives. Everybody talks about the good quality and the sharpness of it, how long it stays sharp. I know that we've got our money's worth out of those knives.
Remember too that Cutco knives are made of the highest quality materials.
This is that hand material I was talking
are
about.
not wood or cheap plastic, but thermal resin for far greater strength, dishwasher endurance, and long-term durability. They won't crack, splinter, chip, or absorb grease. Wooden handles can become bacteria breeding grounds, and cheap brass rivets quickly discolor and show their age. Cutco exclusively uses corrosion-resistant nickel-silver rivets for the utmost in appearance and durability.
All right, so before I show you our three most popular sets, I will say this about the product. Cutco is awesome. The reason why people love it is how well it cuts and also how good it feels in the hand. You know, it's easy to clean because it's dishwasher safe. The reason why people buy Cutco and have it forever is because of the guarantee. And there's 4 basic parts of the guarantee. I'm not going to bore you by going over all the individual details, but I am going to give you the main points. The first one is forever performance, which states that any time if it ever chips, cracks, breaks, anything like that, the company will fix it or replace it for free. The second one is forever sharpness guarantee, which means you can have it sharpened for free every year, but it doesn't need to be sharpened except for every 7 to 10 years. But literally, I'm talking 50 years from now. You pass it down, or 100 years from now, you pass it down to your kids or your kids' kids, they can still send it back to the company and they'll sharpen it for free. It's pretty cool. The only thing you pay for is the shipping, which is pretty minimal. Okay, the next one is the replacement agreement for misuse or abuse. So this is kind of like that MacGyver clause. For all those people out there that try to use things for what they're not supposed to, like, sawing down fence posts or trying to, private paint cans. So if somebody destroys it by actually doing that, the company will actually replace it for half the retail value, which I think is pretty good. And then the last part is this 15-day unconditional money-back guarantee. And what's great about this, that means you actually have 15 business days, so 3 weeks to try out the product, make sure it's right for you. And if there's any reason at all you decide it's not, send it back for full refund. So what I actually love about Cutco, I kind of call this the family consultation part of the guarantee. Because what it allows you to do is to try it out together as a family, make sure it's right for you. So I never have somebody tell me that they need to think about it, because the company actually allows them to try it out for 3 weeks and think about it while they use it before having to make that final decision whether or not they want to keep it. And I'll also give you my own personal guarantee, which is this. It's that, do you have your cell phone with you? Go ahead and grab it out for me real quick. Okay, cool. So you got it there? Oh, there you go. Yeah, charge and always in the charge, right? So go ahead and go under the letter C for Cutco. Go ahead and put Cutco and then my name, Trey Ketchum. And I'll give you my phone number. Here you go. And so that way, if you ever have any questions about your Cutco, you can just contact me directly and I'll take care of you. So if you ever need sharpening, I can make sure that your sharpening is taken care of. If I'm still with the company, I'll take care of it personally. If for whatever reason I'm or my own business somewhere else, I'll be able to put you in contact with the appropriate person to take care of it for you. But the other thing, hell, I'll even come back over for you and send it back myself if you decide you don't like it. But I know you're gonna love it. And so let me go ahead and show you our three most popular sets real quick.
So let's begin with an entry-level set, the Cutco Essentials. It comes with a paring knife, petite
And so
carver,
this is kind of like a little basic starter set or set that people will get for like their second home
turning fork.
or like give to their college kids to take to school with them.
Sold individually, you pay $539 for this versatile, hard-working collection. But as a set, you pay only 5 easy monthly payments of $103.8. That's
So it ends up being about $26 out of your weekly
and you
budget.
got a solid
So you like
starter
taking
set
the kids
that
to
lasts
one of these.
a lifetime. Plus,
Well, not these
three
kids,
small
but
polycrep cutting
there's two of them.
$24 value free. That's a total savings of $56. Looking for even more
So this is our
versatility
most
value?
popular set.
You want
So
the
homemaker
homemaker
set.
paring knife, trimmer, spatula spreader, a petite carver, a turning fork, a butcher, a petite chef, a slicer, carver, and carving fork. 8 table knives, your choice of a honey or cherry finish oak block, and a bonus sharpener. Sold individually, this selection of fine knives would total $1,373. But you can buy the set today for just 5 easy monthly payments of $244.80. You save $161.
The set only being about $60 out of your weekly budget. So again, taking the kids to like Applebee's or TGI Fridays,
That's a total savings of
and you're gonna have this for the
$199.
rest of your life.
For the more ambitious home chef, look no further than the Cutco Signature Set, featuring
And
an
this is our
impressive
newest
array
set too.
of -9
It's
to the
actually got
Cutco
10
collection.
table lines.
You get a paring knife, a trimmer, spatula spreader, a petite carver, a turning fork, a butcher, a French chef, a slicer, a carver and carving fork, the petite santoku, a hearty slicer, this traditional cheese knife, 10 table knives, a sharpener, and your choice of a honey or cherry
That's a pretty
finish
cool set
block.
there. You like the honey oak
This
or the
is a
cherry
set
better?
any
It's a lot.
professional chef
The
would be proud
cherry,
to own.
yeah, I think it'd look better in your kitchen.
$2,061 if you bought these individually. But today, the entire signature set, everything you see here, is yours for just 5 easy monthly payments of $366.20. Plus, with your purchase, we'll include a small, medium, and
It'd be
large
about $85,
polycrep
like taking the family to
together,
Longhorn or
$84
something.
value, absolutely free. That brings your total savings to $326. And to help you decide, we'll include our world famous super shears, the essentials or homemaker set.
See if she gets
And
better.
if you purchase the signature set, you'll not only get our super shears, we'll include our kitchen tool set
I think
absolutely
it's pretty
free.
cool. So it replaces all the mix match tools you have in your kitchen.
This customer favorite has a 5-star rating for a reason. Strong and versatile, you can use them in the kitchen, the garden, anywhere. Cut everything from delicate herbs to that ridiculously tough plastic
try to cut
packaging
that stuff
your
up
regular
in
scissors
doors?
just can't
I
handle.
like kids' toys
And
nowadays.
eventually lay
Like-
separately.
It's like trying to get to Fort Knox.
How powerful are the super shears? Strong enough to easily cut through this penny. These super shears are over a $110 value, but they're yours as a free gift with either the Essentials or Homemaker set. And if you decide to purchase our signature set, which comes with the super shears, you'll receive the kitchen tool set valued at nearly $210 when you order today. And now, your Cutco representative is ready to answer any questions you may have and help you choose the set that turns this into this and this into this. Thanks for choosing Cutco. American made, forever guaranteed.
And so I want to review real quick why so many people do choose to invest in Cutco. Number one, you'll always have a sharp knife, and it's comfortable, safe, and sanitary. Also, it is made with the highest quality materials. And then lastly, is it comes with our forever guarantee, so you'll never have to purchase another knife. And best of all, we do actually have bun coverage. So what that means is literally, do you know what bun coverage is, Ms. Jones? What do you, no? Okay, basically it just means you buy it once, use it every day, and you never have to replace. So basically your buns are covered. Okay, so let's just kind of review our set options. So this essential set, like I said, it's kind of like a second set that people will get for like their lake house to give to their kids that go off to school. It comes with it's a small starter set with 7 items. Our most popular set there is this homemaker set, which is the basic set, and you get all the pieces that you need. There's 21 pieces there. And then the signature set has all the basic pieces, plus the top 3 specialty knives. Okay, we do actually have a larger set for people that really love to cook or really love to entertain. But out of these 3 sets, which do you guys like best? Signature set. What about you?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, so one between the 2. Okay, cool. Well, the great thing is that you could actually try out the entire signature set for only $388 today with includes tax. And again, that's no interest. And you can determine whether or not you like all the tools in there or not. But we do also have a bonus where if you do get it today, like I said, I can actually give you those kitchen tools for free. And so Mr. Jones, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you this question. Would you like to go ahead and get that set today and get your free gift?
What do you think, honey?
I like it. If you like it, you
I mean, I like it.
I think we should do it. You guys want to go and do it?
He thinks we should do it.
Well, if you think we should do it.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Very good.
Awesome. Well, hey, congratulations. You're going to love your Cutco. You guys are going to have it for the next 30 years. You guys are going to definitely love it. So before I actually enter in the order, though, let me just real quickly show you our accessories. Depending on what you like, in the accessories, maybe I'll be able to get you some of the stuff that you like for free. Is that cool? All right. So here's some of the different accessories that we've got here. Just also, I do need to show you this just because you did like the signature set. If you did want to go ahead and try on our complete set, which is literally the basic plus the top 10 specialty knives that customers request, we could actually get that to you today. Instead of it being $388, we can get you to be able to try out the entire complete set for about $475. Did you like that, or do you just want to stick with the signature? Signature,
Yeah.
cool, no problem. Okay, well, let me go ahead and show you some other accessories that people like. Again, so we already showed you the specialty knives. There's some of that. Your set already comes with one cheese knife. Do you guys eat a lot of cheese or just occasionally? Occasionally. Okay, cool. I would actually recommend the Santoku style in addition as a bar tool. I know it says it's for cheese, but really it's awesome on a wet bar because you can use it for lemons and limes right down the bar. You can use it to open up bottles, as well as using it for little hard cheeses and slicing up olives and other little small fruits and cocktails that you put in there. So also your set itself comes with 10 table knives. Do you think you could get by with just 10, or would you think you would need more like 15 or 20?
I think we're good on
Just 10? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. And then we have steak knives here for like the big hearty steaks. We have a flatware set, which is really awesome. It's great for when you entertain. The 12-piece setting, or the 12-set setting, actually comes with 60 pieces of Cutco, and it comes in a cherry wood block to store it in. It looks beautiful for when you're entertaining guests. Do you guys ever entertain a lot or not? Think so? Okay. I'm interested in that. You want to add or no?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay, we'll just put it on a maybe column. Okay, no problem. You already get the kitchen tools here. We have a lot of gadgets. You guys ever open up cans, eat pizza, ice cream, anything like that?
Yeah.
You do? Okay, which of those do you got?
Need to
The can opener, yeah, the can opener is awesome. It actually has a magnet on the top of it. Okay, and the magnet is cool because it's so strong, it can literally hold up our strongest knife. It can hold up the cleaver by its handle. That's how strong it is, which is pretty awesome. And then you also have the ice cream scoop. What's great about the ice cream scoop is it actually has a little bit of ground clearance, so it keeps ice cream off your table and table off your ice cream. And it'll actually get zinc in it, so it'll help to melt the ice cream while you're serving it, which is pretty awesome. Pizza cutter's cool because it's got a removable blade. So you know how a lot of them, you get that nasty little gunk down there in the base of it. It gets real disgusting. It's hard to clean out, so it gets kind of moldy or rusty. Well, this actually, the blade comes out so you can wash it separately in the dishwasher. And it's dishwasher safe, which is nice, okay? Over here, we've actually got our hunting and camping knives. You guys ever hunt or fish or anything like that? Go fishing. Fishing? Oh, I gotta show you.
Our son Aditya fishes.
Aditya, he's a big fisherman.
Yeah.
I can see that. And so the fishing knife is awesome. It's actually got 4 unique features to it. It's got a sharpening stone on the back, so we can sharpen the blade as well as the hook. It's got a little cam lock right here, so we're going from 6 to 9 inches. So that way you can get even small fish as well as those real big fish that you like to tell stories about. It works well for that. Also, it's got a little pair of spare grippers so we can hold the fish while you fillet it. And then it's got a little line cutter as well, so that way you can cut the line without having to use your teeth, which is cool. Now, the handle's actually the same thing as the vegetable peeler. It's that non-slip grip. So rather than getting slippery when it gets wet, it gets tacky and stays in the hand. And we have either the all black here or the hunter orange. Which of those did you like? The black one, right? Did you want 1 or 2 of those? So you said you and your son like fish. You think Aditya would like the black, or you think he'd like the hunter orange?
think he's more of an orange
He's
guy.
an orange kind of guy. That makes sense. So we'll get you one black for you, orange for Odysseus, so that way you know which is which. So please leave your hand off yours. You don't actually have to grab his. Excellent. Okay. Now, as far as gardening goes, do you guys do gardening yourself, or do you have somebody do it for you? Somebody else? Cool. That's good. Yeah, me too. Makes it easier. What about grilling out? Do you guys ever barbecue? Okay, cool. These are awesome because they're actually as long as from my elbow to the end of my hand. So literally you can grab your neighbor's burger if you're tailgating at a game, as well as being able to sit in your lawn chair and kind of flip your burgers. That's kind of cool too. So you don't have to just stand up. Yeah, spatula is awesome. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. So you literally can turn way over there. Also, you have a lot of gift sets. Do you guys ever have, do you have any weddings or anniversaries or anything coming up you need to give people for? Brother? Okay. Well, I mean, some people like to get a small set for their for gifts. Other people just kind of like to get a little carving set or something that looks really good as a wedding gift. Did you want me to add one of those on the wish list?
Yeah, we can think about it.
All right, so maybe there. Okay, cool. So it looks like right now going through it, you're definitely are two fisherman solutions. And let's see here. The so the can opener. Yeah, what about the ice cream scoop?
That's a maybe.
Maybe, okay, so maybe is their ice cream scoop, pizza cutter, what else?
Did like the peeler.
The peeler, okay, so, yeah, I'll show you how you can get that for free here in a second. Barbecue tools, maybe or definite?
You have a griller, honey.
Yeah.
Definitely, okay, cool, put that on. By the way, if you were to add that little, just to give you an idea, just add that little barbecue set, it's only gonna add an extra $30 to that. Okay, then you've got the, can opener there, you said definitely. What about this? Is that something you want to get now or hold on?
I think we should hold on.
Hold on, okay, excellent. And you said you're good on table knives. What about the little bar tool? No? Good, okay, excellent. So just to make sure I've got this right, the definites would be the can opener, the barbecue tools, and then 2 fishing knives. Okay, cool. I'll tell you what, if you go ahead and get that today, what I can do is by getting the barbecue tools, we'll give you the can opener for free. And by getting one of the fisherman solution, I'll give you your sons for free as well. So it's kind of buy one, get one. And all it's going to end up adding to your order today would be an extra $50. Okay, so it'd be about $410. $425. You want to go do that? All right, awesome. Cool. Okay, congrats. And we'll go ahead and enter that in super quick for you. What kind of card did you want to use to take care of it? That was perfect. Okay, you take all forms. So